In March 2016, 6.5 years ago, I bought my first electric car, a car that I drive to this day. I remember doing the test drive, and the first moment that I had that test drive, I thought, wow, what an amazing vehicle. I fell in love with it immediately, and that's the reason why I went ahead and bought it. In this video, we are going to tackle something similar, but I had no idea that just 6 years later, I'm going to be flying in an electric airplane. Let's go.
This is the Pipistrel Velis Electro, the first certified electric airplane in the world. It was temporarily brought from the Netherlands to Aruba for an event of the DCCA with the purpose of sharing knowledge, creating dialogue on the future of aviation and on inter-island connectivity in the Dutch Caribbean.
Hi, my name is Angeline Fleming. I am the Director of Health, Safety and Sustainability for Aruba Airport Authority, and I am also advisor to the DCCA, which is the Dutch Caribbean Cooperation of Airports, who is organizing this beautiful event. The event is about bringing the Dutch Caribbean islands together to talk about alternative ways to transport between the Dutch Caribbean islands, and we brought the plane down to actually show the world that electric flying also in the Caribbean is possible and it's a viable option in the future.
My name is Robert de Muynck. I work for the Netherlands Aerospace Center, and I'm a research pilot and also a research engineer at the NLR in Amsterdam. So we are in Aruba now for the first electric flights in the Caribbean, and the last week we have been flying electrically.
So the plane arrived a week ago, about a week ago, and after that we conducted a total of 24 flights. Those flights are being used right now. The data collected in those flights are being used to collect data on the battery life and how the battery reacts to the harsh weather conditions of Aruba.
The manufacturer is Pipistrel, which is based in Slovenia, and they have made first another version, the Virus, which has a combustion engine. So based on that aircraft, they developed an electric variant of that, and that is flying right now. So it's the same aircraft as the combustion engine, except that it's now with an electric engine, and it flies exactly the same. So there's no difference with respect to a different with a normal aircraft an aircraft with a normal combustion engine. It flies very light. It is a light aircraft, and it handles very well with the controls. The aircraft can fly for 50 to 60 minutes, and that means that effectively we can fly for about half an hour, so that you have some reserve battery to stay in the air if anything happens. In terms of battery capacity, it's much smaller than an electric car. I do not know exactly the value, but it gives the power for about an hour of flying. And the engine itself is very tiny. It is 80 horsepower approximately. It takes about 80 horsepower, and it's a very small round engine.
We later got a chance to take a closer look.
So, this is the engine compartment, and this here is the engine. It's not that big. It's actually a very tiny engine. It's outboard, and this is about 80 horsepower engine. But it uses AC power, and the battery is direct current. So it uses a conversion unit here, which is water cooled. So this is the power controller with all the cooling and electronics, and a water cooled electrical engine that has to be that is being water cooled. And this is a very tiny engine in comparison to a Rotax engine, which is in use on the Velis, the Virus. That's about this size. And this is much lighter, but it's compensated by the very heavy battery of 70 kilograms. And the battery capacity is about 12 kilowatts.
I see. So
total.
the battery is
one of the batteries is here,
yeah.
and the same battery is behind the seat. So as a pilot, you're flying between the batteries.
I see.
Yeah, and you need this weight because otherwise the weight position would be wrong. And you charge it with a car. You charge it with a car charger, but this is just like a car, and you plug it in like this. And well, I will not put it on because it's not connected. But it's a simple. The same plug as a car charger. The only difference is it has a dedicated battery charger. So this is a dedicated charger for this type of aircraft.
I see.
That's it.
Wow, that is much smaller than I thought.
Me too.
The engine would be. Yeah. Wow.
We had a long waiting list of people that would love to have flown on it. I was lucky enough today to do the last flight before the plane leaves again to other destinations.
I was also one of the lucky few who got a chance to fly on it.
We have information in our hotel and we are getting ready to taxi to Echo for departure to the north. Have to wait for the taxi.
Yes. I've flown a little bit of flight simulator, so I have a little bit of an idea.
The weather over the island is good. Today it's exact. Only the problem is that there's thunderstorm over the sea, and that should not be a problem.
Contact tower
118.0. Bedankt. Papa Hotel November Lima X-ray. Zitten vast in de riemen.
Ja.
Ik zal even de stick, de controls checken, links, rechts. Het is geen stier, maar een stick.
Ja.
Maar dat zijn de flaps. Detents. We take off with flaps 1. And I will call the tower now. Okay. Beatrix Tower. Bon tardi. Papa Hotel November Lima X-ray. Request taxi to Echo.
Beatrix Tower, good afternoon. Taxi 40 points Echo via Taxi Hotel, QNH 1011, Hotel. Correct time to.
Taxi to Echo via hotel and confirm QNH 1011. Papa Hotel November Lima X-ray.
QNH 1011, 8 Information Hotel.
Oké, copied. Papa Hotel November Lima X-ray 1011. We kunnen.
Oké. Yes. Ja, goed bezien.
Ik moet daar power-up check, de run-up doen en de time is 22. Dus ik ga after takeoff that direction, left turnout, around the Hooiberg and then to the lighthouse and along the coast back. That's the nicest, one of the nicer flights. Power-up, run-up over there. So the battery is fully charged, well 89%, that's more than sufficient. Now I do it.
Hotel November Lima X-ray, copy squawk 2160.
2160 on the squawk, Papa Hotel November Lima X-ray.
Correct, advise when ready.
There we go. Power check. Kilowatts, 65, that's 80 horsepower.
That's the
RPM, and this is the kilowatts.
Yeah.
The Papa Hotel November Lima X-ray is ready for departure.
So how many kilowatts?
11, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 11. What is the engine in
November Lima X-ray, climbing to 1,500 beam the Hoy there.
Contact. Here to proceed with the local flight towards the north.
At this time, I was asked if I wanted to take over the controls, and I sure didn't want to miss this opportunity. Robert then proceeded to give me some tips and also the altitude and heading I should maintain.
Papa Lima X-ray, what is the estimate for touchdown for the American?
In 10 minutes.
A copy, Papa Hotel November Lima X-ray. From 872, 11 to flight level 70, we've got the order. Thank you already.
500 feet, QNH 1011. Cleared RMP approach, runway 11, QNH 101.
Good for the RMP 11, American 874.
At this time, we started looking out for an American Airlines that was on approach.
join on the going?
The high building area. Papa Hotel November X-ray.
Papa Hotel November Lima X-ray, gotcha.
Descending 070 Hotel, direct Eagle.
That's QNH 1011, descend 2,500 feet.
Descend 2,500 feet, 1011, American 2217.
For local traffic operating now over the Hyro Hotel, is that PV small electric aircraft is orbiting to proceed behind you, number 2, 1,500 feet.
874 next. Yeah, 874. American 874 to Adelaide now. It's Papa Hotel November Lima X-ray. Because of the clouds, we had problems to locate the aircraft on final, so we later proceeded to the Hooiberg. Papa Hotel November Lima X-ray is slowly moving towards the Hooiberg for the left downwind runway 11. Papa Hotel November Lima X-ray, Beatrice Tower, Roger, report north of the tower. Yoko, Papa Hotel November Lima X-ray.
Approach runway 11, QNH 1011.
1011, cleared RP 11, approach American 2217. Hotel November Lima X-ray in sight, clear to join the left-hand downwind runway 11. Clear to join the left downwind 11, Papa Hotel November X-ray. Papa Lima X-ray, runway 11, clear to land, wind 106 feet, 5 knots. Clear to land, runway 11, Papa November Lima X-ray. It was here on short final that I waved at my father and brother below. The intention was for them to film our airplane when we were landing, but they never saw us. It flies so quiet that they didn't even hear it. In case you're wondering, we were in the air for about 18 minutes and still had 64% battery and 38 minutes flying time left if we had to.
Papa November Lima X-ray, taxi right via Echo.
Yeah, Echo, 1-1 and thanks for the call.
You'll never forget the first time, so thank you so much. So doing a little bit of a debrief after the flight, I can tell you that that was one of the most amazing things I did all year. I love aviation. I'm an aviation freak and also somewhat of a electric car freak, and I can tell you that that was amazing. I hope you liked this video. Remember to subscribe if you haven't already done so, and share this video to your contacts, and also give it a like and ask your questions below. See you next week, guys. Bye bye. One question that when I told everybody I was going to fly in it, everybody asked how the plane got here.
How the plane got here? That took a while. We had to crate it into a container. It has been arriving via ship. So it has been shipped, the wings have been detached, and the aircraft has been shipped in a container. That takes about 2 or 3 weeks to arrive.
And a funny question, did I perform decently yesterday when I was flying?
Definitely, definitely, yeah, definitely.